Hello! Greetings, salutations. It's me, Sin. I'm just faffing with some volume things so that they don't bother me during the course of the stream. That'd be pretty great. Let me go into the thing and make the sound go off because it's annoying. Is this already muted? Oh, it's already muted. Good, excellent, wonderful. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Can't, yes, you must acquire this small child, but I'm glad for you to be here while you can be. So, welcome to the stream, everybody. We're gonna be baking. It's what I normally do, and nothing has changed. So, so today we're making cupcakes. We're making fire cupcakes. What does that mean? What does it mean? Well, the recipe is called fireball cupcakes, which fireball refers to a cinnamon whiskey that people seem to like for some reason. It's not terrible. I used to hate it. But it's not terrible, but I much prefer this one. It is a different cinnamon whiskey. It's called Porter's Fire. I think it's more local to Utah. Not 100% sure. Anyway, point is that I think it's got a smoother, just overall taste, and it's not as like punchy in the face as Fireball is, I think. And I happen to have it on hand, most importantly. So, I have a lot of it right now. So we're gonna use it in our cupcakes and in our frosting, and we're gonna make delicious, fantastic, amazing cupcakey bits. So step one: preheat the oven. Preheat the oven at 400 degrees for hundo. Also, I'm gonna say right off the bat, right now, that oh man, so physically, back started to decide to hurt today. So that's ha. Also tired. I think my caffeine just like it didn't just like I took it at 7, so like it's been 5 hours. So goody goody goody. Yeah, some cinnamon whiskey hurts your stomach immediately. Yeah, I mean, this one doesn't necessarily hurt my stomach. It just hurts my taste buds. So, um, but yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I never really like. I know that what's the word? That I know that different alcohols have wildly different effects on people as far as like physically and mentally. I've never really stopped to pay a close attention to what each individual one does for/slash to me. I don't know whether or not there's ones that are like generally better for me that turn out like not as terrible as far as like hangovers and actual just general state of mind. I do know that what I usually drink is vodka, and I feel like what I started drinking was vodka back in the day. And oh man, this smells so vanilla already. Oh, so good. And like that's typically seems to be fine. I don't know. You have to chart it to really have any sort of better insight. But anyway, so this is a recipe for cupcakes that uses a base of vanilla cake, boxed vanilla cake. I specifically was like, okay, vanilla cake. Is that a white cake? Is that like what is it? And I come to find out, no, it is not white cake necessarily. Vanilla cakes can be white, but not all white cakes are vanilla cakes. So I bought the one that said vanilla cake on it to be as accurate as could possibly be. Alcohol kills brain cells. Oh, that's fine. Everything kills brain cells. Everything gives you cancer too. That's a fun fact. So basically, you just can't get through life without injuring yourself. Is the moral of the story. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna take this, and I don't know why this seems like a very strange step in the process of making cupcakes. I've never seen one do something like this before, but it wants us to cut butter into the cake mix, kind of like one cuts flour into or cuts flour, cuts butter into flour, making like pie crust. Except it specifies in this case to use room temperature butter. And additionally, God, it smells so good. Additionally, this whoever did this recipe went out of the way to say that most people use unsalted butter, but they use salted in their recipe. So I'm like, all right, I guess we'll use salted butter. Why not? All right, so we've got our okay. So over there, over yonder in the back, you can kind of see it on the counter and on the store. Well, now I'm getting in the way, but you can see there is the cupcake whole pans, and they have liners in them. They're spooky. They got little cute little spooky liners. I can show you right here. Hold on, there you go. See, they got little pumpkins, and it says boom. So that's pretty good. I didn't buy them for that. I've just had them since last Halloween, apparently. So that's cool. Okay, so butter. Kind line. Okay, we'll mix vanilla cake mix with room temperature butter. use a fork to cut the butter into the mix. Not gonna happen. Okay. Just we're using our butter cutter, or pastry cutter. I think that's what it is. Anyway, and it is just one half a cup, one half a cup, room temperature. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Yet again, this is another one of those recipes that does not have the actual ingredients that you're using in the order in which you use them in the recipe, and I find that a little obnoxious, but it's whatever. It's fine. Fine. All right, so let's just mush the dough. I will say, let's put this on low. See what happens on low. Please don't. Okay. All right. Okay, you're doing a thing, kind of. Okay, it seems to be working. I feel like so if I had cut this up into smaller pieces, that probably would have been totally fine. It's what you normally do when you're using cold butter to cut into stuff. But this one's like, nah, bro, just cut it. I'm like, all right, sure. Let's speed this up a little bit. See what the actual result's supposed to be like here. Coarse and crumbly, not fully mixed in. Sounds good. All right, keep on going. Not sure whether or not there's going to be a lot or a little or no free time during the course of this particular baking stream. Yeah, I don't want this to go too wild because if it just sprays all out of the bowl, then that's not good. It's looks pretty all right. Kind of coarse, looks kind of crumbly. Also looks very, very stuck to the thing. Hold on, get out. There we go. Take you out. Make you some more. Put this in the freezer while we're at it. Why, if it isn't witty? Oh my gosh. Just a warning, you might get a doorbell from the landscapers to give you a key to the sprinklers. I told them to come at 4:30, but don't know if they actually will. Well, okay. Well, I will keep that in mind. Thank you for the heads up. According to this recipe's like, you can make these in half an hour. And I'm like, I seriously doubt that's going to be the case. But, I'm glad you have faith in me. Okay, I think that's better, right? Seems better. Seems much better, in fact. Okay. Y'all are cute. I also hope the cupcakes go well. Honestly, the biggest thing that I'm worried about in terms of the cupcakes isn't even like, oh, they're not going to turn out, even though they might not. It's more that not everybody, myself included, once upon a time, not everyone's fond of cinnamon whiskey. Like, imagine if you will, those hot cinnamon candies from your childhood. I never liked those. And I know there are other people who also don't necessarily like them. Like anymore, they're fine, but like I'd still probably prefer something less spicy and more sweet. And yet here I am making this here and now. So it'll be an exciting, super exciting to find out how everyone likes or does not like them. If I end up with like 18 cupcakes at the end of everything and they're like bad, then well, I guess we'll see. Cinnamon cupcakes are great. They are wrong if they do not like them, but no, that's the thing. These are spicy cinnamon cupcakes. One of the ingredients is a pinch of cayenne pepper. So, has it become a modern day internet denizen teenager? What? These cupcakes are tasty. They are in fact fire. They're lit AF. One might even say. Um, that mom that explains why we never really had that candy around as kids. So, what a concept. Yeah, no, I'm hoping these will be fine. Like, I mean, I feel like it's gonna be like for one thing too. I don't know if this is a thing about Fireball, if it's just a Porter's Fire thing. This is a cinnamon dash vanilla flavored whiskey. I don't know if that's the same with Fireball, or maybe that's the entire reason I like Porter's Fire more than Fireball is because of the added vanilla. I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, like given how much sugar is gonna be in this, I'm hoping it's gonna be just like a hint of heat versus overwhelming just whoa, oh my god, in my mouth. Anyway. But yeah, okay, so we got our butter. It's been, creamed and whatnot. But it cuts. That's it. Cut into the thing. Just kind of. Okay, that's good. It's nothing more is coming up. It's fine. By the way, Whitty, if you're still there and can hear me, let me know whether or not you think I should eat food before you get home. Because if so, I probably will. But if not, then we can do other food-related things, and that'll be great. Okay, so add vanilla extract, cinnamon, nutmeg, ground clove, and cayenne. Then mix well. Okay, so cinnamon, nutmeg, ground clove, cinnamon, nutmeg, ground clove, cayenne, and then the vanilla. How much vanilla? An amount of vanilla of some kind. All right, I'm gonna swap from the cutting of the thing to this guy. Oh, have no food plans and am hungry. Love to eat with. Okay, all right. I will make that be a thing then. It'll be great. Okay. All right. So let's start off with the actual measuring of the spices. That would be smart. Gotta go save Kate. See you in a few hours. Got it. Take care. Have fun. Don't die. Cinnamon. All right. So 1 teaspoon cinnamon, fourth of nutmeg and clove. Is that right? Let me verify. Hold on. Check the actual recipe again because I don't want it to be overwhelmingly one thing or the other. Okay, yeah, it's fourth of each. Okay, so oh, the phone did that. I thought that was you just being cute. All right, so teaspoon of cinnamon. Teaspoon right here. Good. Dump it in. Clap. Okay, quarter teaspoon of le clove and le nutmeg. Come on. Go wipe you up. We're probably going to need you again at some point in the not too distant future. Oh no, we're going to just rinse it out with the vanilla extract. That could have worked. All right. Let's do it. Vanilla gets added now because I know the freaking the milk and the eggs and the alcohol get like mixed together and then added slowly. So it's like, why not also the vanilla? It's weird. Vanilla is basically like the alcohol component to most baked goods. So also want you to know you've ruined me. And I have to spell cinnamon. That's not my fault. I didn't do that. I take no responsibility. I honestly sometimes forget that that's like the branding for my channel. To tell you how much I've been paying attention. Cinnamon. Yes. Yes. Spread money. I mean, if you do that more, and then after you accidentally do that, link to the channel. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about that. In case, that's a thing that you'd like to, just, start doing. I would no arguments. In fact, you'd be a wondrous, loyal follower of the cinnamon roll. All right. So a pinch of cayenne pepper. All right. So typically speaking, my understanding is a pinch is like a 16th or less. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna see if this just to kind of gauge my brain face. Let me just go like so. All right. So if I go like so, put this in my hand, and I pinch it like so, there's a little bit less. There's a little bit less than a 16th. So just gonna double check here. Okay. Cinnamon, nutmeg, ground clove, cayenne. Just a little bit of cayenne. Just a little bit. Oh, my freaking hand. Okay. And now for the vanilla. Guess what? Spoiler alert. We're gonna be using the cinnamon and the cayenne both later in the frosting. Vanilla is right here. It's like looking for it where it normally is. I hope you wake up tomorrow and your toilet paper roll is backwards in your bathroom and you feel mild annoyance. Well, Fix doesn't live here anymore, so that's probably not going to happen. I don't know what it is. Like for some reason, I don't think I ever addressed this with her, but ever like consistently because she had mostly use of the bathroom downstairs where her room was, and like Woody and I would use the one upstairs where our rooms were. Um, and like I've always had it like I always have the toilet paper with the paper like if you how do I phrase this? If you were to go like this and roll it downwards, right? Then the toilet paper would be in front and it would go down. Like that's always the way I've done it. And yet, and yet, for some reason, Fix always put her toilet paper on the other way. I feel like. I mean, maybe I'm misremembering at one point in time when that didn't happen, but it's just consistently I remember I'd go in there and I wouldn't change it because it's her bathroom. I'm not gonna like mess with her stuff. It's a way that she likes it, but like I always found it weird. Uh, the way I do it's the proper way. I mean, I would think so. It just makes sense to me that it would be easier to grab the actual paper than the other way around. Also, I feel like I saw like some sort of skit at one point in time where people were arguing about that, like people who live together. I think it might have been an advertisement for something, and they were like talk about how like relationships are a compromise, and marriage and blah 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 blah. But like, and the whatever the product was something you wouldn't have to compromise. I don't know. Anyway, point is that like the argument the person in the commercial presented for why you needed to have it the opposite way as the way that I do, was so that the cat couldn't get to it and pull it down. And like, and the person in the ad who was arguing with them rightly responded with, "That is insane! Like, A, how does that stop a cat from doing anything? B, why would that be your primary concern when putting toilet paper on? Like, it just was so weird. It was so weird. I feel like that's like a straw man argument that no actual real life person has. It was just it's like, all right, cool, strange. All right, so hold on. Mixing well. Okay, so this is mixed well. This looks pretty well mixed. Oh, hold on. Let me use my nose on this real quick. Huh? Ooh, okay, that is. That it's got a different scent profile than it did before, so that's cool. It makes me feel weird when people take my personal roll and turn it around. Why do people bother at someone else's house? I've never done that myself. I don't know why. That is a weird thing. I don't know why someone would take it upon themselves. They're like, oh, this person did it wrong by accident. I guess I'll fix it for them. Like, some people. Yeah, there are people out there in the world who think that they know the right way to do everything. Those people are know-it-alls. We might have encountered some of those know-it-alls recently. The land of Eorzea. Speaking of Eorzea, where Squeaks is right now. Squeaks is busy. I was meaning to yell at him kindly, of course, but less yell at him and more shout towards him about the whole freaking Zodiac weapon stuff. Because I don't know, like you haven't, like I don't know. Do you mind if I just go into it, Dark Rose? The next step that we're going to have to do, by which I mean you're going to have to do, and I'm currently just at the very beginning of. They'll be so grateful. Exactly, right? It's like, allow me to modify your house for you. It'll be great. You'll love it. All right. I think I need a bigger bowl for this next part. Let me grab this. Should be fine. Maybe. Let me verify how much of each thing I need. He'll be leaving soon, anyways. Okay. Well, I'll wait till Squeaks gets here at least, or if anyone else in the audience is a Final Fantasy 14 person and will appreciate the frustration. Uh, that's also a thing. All right, so what am I gonna call it? It's the eggs and the feed together eggs, milk, and fireball. Okay. Okay, now this says beat together, like legit beat together. I feel like I can do it by hand, right? Use a whisk, good old fashioned arm power. I feel like that should be fine. All right, so let me grab. Where is the? Here we go. Measuring this. What about Final Fantasy 14? Have you do you play pretty? It's Final Fantasy 14 thing you play? Do you enjoy it? Are you a Final Fantasy 14 enjoyer? I have recently re-become a Final Fantasy 14 enjoyer. Bought stuff. Bought stuff on it a few days ago and still haven't received it. Wait, what'd you buy? What are you talking about? Used to for quite a while. Well, let me tell you. Well, how far, like what was the last expansion you played? Out of curiosity. What should I do first? I feel okay. So we're gonna do the eggs, and we're gonna mix the eggs. So we're gonna beat those first. I feel like that would be appropriate, and then we'll add the milk, and we'll mix that some, and then we'll add the porter's fire, mix that some, because we go from thickest to least thickest. Shadowbringers. Okay, so I'm not there yet. I am still probably in like the first quarter of maybe even before that, first like the very beginning of Heaven's Ward, which everyone's like, oh, it's so great, so much better than the base game. And I mean, so far it's been interesting. Like, I'm not gonna say you people are crazy. I can see how just based on the way things have been so far that it could very well be better. So I'm not gonna be like, oh man, they were so right yet. But I'm gonna be like, okay, all right, I can see where you're going. There are aspects about it that I'm like, well, okay. Well, maybe I'll get into those later. But while I'm doing that, so Rose and I, nervous that the maintenance messed with it. Messed with. Oh, ooh. I mean, I guess you could write to to customer service and be like, "Yo, this is a thing," and they can probably verify and possibly resend it if they need. Um, don't let a realm reborn define the quality of the story. Really does get much better. I mean, I didn't think the story was bad. Like the overall, what happens in the plot, I thought was fine. It was some of the quests that were required to get from point A to point B. Like all of us kind of complained about some of the fetch quests that they made us go on. Whereas now it seems like things seem much more like we're doing stuff that's kind of important, which is kind of cool. Um, at least so far. Anyway, point is, sweet summer child. What are you talking? Whatever, it's fine. Anyway, so point is that while this is happening, so Rose and I are trying to stay synced with main story quests and all the other stuff that is open and available to do. We're just doing whatever. Back in the flapping day. Oh my God, how much milk am I putting in this? 180, 180 milliliters. Okay, so I'm gonna pour you 1 second while I actually put the right amount in here. That would be pretty good. 50, 60, 70. 80. Okay, so that is 3/4 cup. Okay. The quest to get through 2.1 to 255 were double. Wait, were double what? They actually cut out a ton. Oh yeah, that's right. I heard about that. That's 60. I mean, here's the thing, and I don't blame them for this, but like they all they seem to be doing over time is making things easier and less time consuming, which is a change I can get behind. Um, as each new expansion comes out, it seems like all the old stuff is like, well, let's condense this so that new players don't have to wait literally forever. Like I 100% understand why um, why it is that you would make end game content for the latest patch take as long as humanly possible because you don't want people to run out of stuff to do. But once you have a new thing with new stuff to do, like all that old time consuming stuff doesn't matter. Which brings me to the Zodiac weapons. So right now, all right, well, let me rinse this out a little bit better first. So right now, like I did the Atmos stuff. I went to all the zones and I did fates and I got the drops from those fates, yada, yada, yada. It's whatever. Okay. So now I'm on the second part with the 12 Braves. And it's like, this is going to take a while. Like, because what you got to do for anybody here who hasn't done it is you end up having to buy 9 books, one at a time. Each one of those books contains a list of, I believe it is 10 enemies that you have to kill 3 of each. It's basically like the hunting logs, which I think is actually pretty cool because I enjoyed the hunting logs. But the fact that there's 9 of them, and you have to do them in sequence, like one at a time, it's like, okay. So there's that. But also, each one of them has 3 dungeons you have to do, which isn't, I mean, it's not terrible. If you're doing the daily roulettes, you're probably doing stuff like that anyway. And then, let's see, they nerfed the grind for Atmos so much. Yeah, I heard they increased the drop rates. Alright, bye, Rose. Love you in your face. Did it back in the original. Well, yeah, that was because you were up to date with the latest content, yo. Which is again, I'm almost envy, and I will say this: Squeaks it seems that Squeaks, the way he wants to play the game, and all the more power to him. But the way that he wants to play the game seems to be how much portage fire? 60 milliliters. Seems to be trying to do things with the content that was available at the. This is vanilla. This is vanilla. This is not porter's fire. What am I doing? That's 20 milliliters. That's a lot. That's a lot of vanilla. Okay, we're gonna. Oh my God. Why did no one tell me I had vanilla in my hands? Oh God. But yeah, so Squeaks wants to do things in the order in which they're available. But he also so the way Squeaks operates is he wants to do everything there is to do. So he is attempting, from what I can tell, before moving on with much more story, to get all of the Zodiac weapons for all of the classes. And like it was bad enough, like mentally for me to conceptualize, it was bad enough when uh, this involves doing the fates 10 times more than he otherwise would have. Like, that was one thing, right? That's okay. That's a lot more work that you have to do. But this, like, you can't even double up on the tasks. you'll have to do all of them and then do all of them for the next one and then just on and on down the line and it's just like, oh my God, that sounds like a nightmare. I don't want to do that. I'm not sure if he wants to do that, but it's what he's doing. So, all right, 60 milliliters. Porter's Fire. I'm like, this is darker than I expected it to be. Okay, so 40, 54, 56. It's coming. 57, 8. Come on. Make the number go up. 60. Gimme. Yes, thank you. Okay. So yeah, but like the part that like that's all like the hunting level's fine, the dungeon's fine. The thing that kind of is like really, um, for me are the fates that you have to do, like the three specific fates, which isn't so bad. The fact that like the fate won't necessarily be up when you're wanting to do it is one thing, but like you wait enough time, it'll come up, I'm sure. The thing that's annoying to me is like the Leviquest stuff. It's like because there's only a oh hey there halfway done 60 of 120 ammas. Hi there, Squeaks. Um, but like for one thing, you have a limited number of those things per day. So even if you are like doing Leviquest, so different ones come up. Like if you don't do it right or you're just unlucky, then like maybe you'll just like you could feasibly run out. Like I don't know that you will ever do that, but like I can imagine that being a thing that happens. All right, so we're making food, right? Okay, so we got the stuff. Okay, okay, so we got the eggs and the milk and the fireball here. Slowly pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients until everything is well incorporated and the batter is shiny. All right, so slowly. There we go. Now we're getting to be a liquidy batter. And it smells much more like Fireball than it did when I started, so that's good. Okay, so now we have our delicious deliciousness. What is a Fireball? Fireball is a cinnamon whiskey, much like the one that I'm using, except this one's better, in my opinion. So it's funny enough. So the reason that I have the reason that I have this bottle is that I went to a party on Friday. So Friday, Saturday. I went to a party on Saturday. The person that I went with, like, we're like, okay, we're saying we need to bring a bottle of freaking the alcohol, right? Um, and so we're at the liquor store. It's like, okay, what do you like? I was like, well, that means shots more than anything else, probably. And then Fireball was mentioned. It was like, well, I like Powder's Fire more. So we bought the bottle. Like, people probably used some. It's fine. It's whatever. But like, so the person I went with it is not a fan. Much prefers Fireball. So like, we're opposite in that way. So she didn't want to keep it. So I kept it instead. So now I have it. So that's pretty cool. Yes. Okay, so that's there. Now let's grab. Well, first off, let's do a thing. Let's take this off real quick. Oh, by the way, all right. So I'm gonna bring this up now too because it's relevant to people who watch this stream. So the original plan was to do a 24-hour stream uh, of the game on Friday. Due to circumstances in real life and trying to help someone with important life stuff after like traumatic events, I'm going to not do that. Because I don't want to be a zombie the following day and be unable to do with the helping. Now, one thing also to mention is I was like, okay, let's do a 12-hour. Well, I could still do a 12-hour, maybe. I'll have to talk to Dark Rose. Because the thing is that this person lives like kind of far, but I was going to get a ride with someone else who's going to be going up there. This person lives in the vicinity of Dark Rose, so whenever I crash at her place, it's easier to just like I can walk there in like a very short amount of time, as opposed to this now where I am, which is like a 20-minute drive in and of itself, plus an additional 40 to get up to where we're going. But anyway, point is that gonna probably see if I can crash there just so it'll be easier on the person that I'm getting right from. Let's turn this on first. So yes, long story short, might be 12 hours, might be shorter than that. Might be like a 6-hour stream, which is still longer than my normal streams, to be fair, but it's not as exciting as a 24-hour one for sure. What am I going to stream? I'm going to stream Sparks of Hope, because it'll have just come out like the day before. All right, so let me see real quick. Well, here we have an amount of batter, which is equal to something. Let's see, 1583 minus 643, and to divide that by 18. What? No, I got divide you. Parentheses are important. Okay, so 52. 52 grams-ish. But again, I always know that the last one's going to be freaking obnoxious. So if we take this number, we divide it by 17. Let's see here. 3. Seems like a lot. Let's go for 50. Let's try for 50 in each one. And if that works, then great. If it doesn't, then oh well. Yes, no baking on Friday for sure. Like 100%. Sin does not want to bake on Friday. Sin wants to game because he's spending a bunch of money on the game, and so he might as well get some content out of it. And buying more ingredients for more things to make food for is just going to be more money spent. So we're going to not do that. But yes, baking the following week on Wednesday. Or Tuesday, or whenever it happens to be. All right, so let me see here. Let's so we have 1 spoon. So approximately two spoonsful equals the amount that we need. Approximately. 46, 47. I feel like this might be overly full. Oh, that's 53 right there. But yeah, this is 3/4 full, I'd say. I really hope these don't explode. If they explode, I'll be a little sad. All right, so here's what we'll do. We will just kind of fill them up as full as they seem to need to sort of be, right? Come on. If each one has what looks to be a level of fullness that a cupcake should have before being baked, that's probably good enough. Plus, if we do like 1 spoonful in each one and then like go back and add more to others, so it's also probably not a bad plan. But yeah, this batter is making me hungry, man. It smells good. It smells very tasty. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay, it's better. Yeah, the most likely thing that could happen that make these not turn out is if, again, if they do end up just exploding out of the cupcake liners, which is a thing that cupcakes can do that I always forget. I always forget that that's a thing that's possible with cupcakes, you see. Like, oh, I'll just, fill it as much as I want. It's fine. Nope, nope. There are guidelines. There are guidelines to prevent disaster. Just saying. Yeah, but some of these are definitely more full than others right now. That is for sure. So we're gonna do a little tappy tap, I think. And then put more in. But first we're going to don't really need this since we ended up abandoning the weighing strategy immediately because I feared that it was too much better per thing. Okay, you stay over here. See, look, you can see. Oh man, supposed to fill them 3/4 full. Yeah, that one looks like it'll probably be 3/4 full by the time I'm done shaking it down. So, like that's good. Get in there. Oh boy, these ones are different. So the fun fact, these two cupcake pans are ever so slightly differently shaped. Um, that one over there is deeper but narrower. This one is wider but shallower. So I hope that's not gonna massively alter how they finish. It might. I tried to pick the ones that were closest in like material as far as coloring and whatnot, because that also seems in the past to have made an impact on the way the things turn out. Yeah, so most of these are going to need like a second scoop of ice cream. Ice cream of batter. Oh my god. Can you imagine baking ice cream in an oven? Mm. Every single one of these. Every single one of these is too small. All right, so let's start with the smallest, shall we? Oh dear. Okay. Maybe we should have. Maybe we should have just weighed things the whole time. That might have been a smarter solution. Oh boy. But you know what? Here we are. This is where we find ourselves. It will be fine, probably, maybe. No promises, possibly. Fingers crossed. I hear the buzzing of a fly suddenly. Where did you come from, fly? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Did you just land on my head? If so, that's obnoxious. I don't approve. Wait, what? What? I miss? Trying to stream. Wait, lame? Why is it lame? Why is it lame, Squeaks? Because what, you want me to stream Persona 5? That game that both of us have played twice already? I feel like I'd be more likely to stream Persona 4 Golden once it comes out for a couple of reasons. Reason number one is that I've never actually made it to the end of Persona 4 Golden. I've only made it to the end of Persona 4. And number two, because it's been longer since I've played through it. Like I did kind of start playing it on Steam when it came out, but then I ceased playing it on Steam because I don't playing RPGs on computer is just not really a thing I feel like I do as much as on console. I don't know, maybe there's something about the nostalgic aspect of it. All right, let's see a little bit more there if we can. A little bit more there if we can. Some of these are gonna be a little bit messy. That's okay. I think that's fine. Ooh, okay. You okay. One of these looks not falling. A little bit there. A little bit there, maybe. Sure, why not? Okay, that seems perfectly valid. Excellent. All right, so that's part one. Part one, though we do also, I mean, they have to bake, obviously, but generally speaking, part one is complete-ish. So one thing about this recipe, that's optional, I guess, is it's like, oh, if you want, once they're done and out of the oven and still hot, you can brush some more. Let's see if we can plop these down at all. Can brush some more whiskey on top of them to make them. I feel like these are too full. To make them more have a more cocktail flavor or something like that. I'm like, okay, I could do that. Oh my god, these are too full, aren't they? They're too full. Things like, oh, it makes 18. I'm like, okay, let's try to make 18. I feel like maybe I should have tried to make 20. Might have been better. Oh well, it'll be fine. What's the worst that happens? We have giant cupcakes that explode out the top? Yes, that's probably the worst that would happen. It'll be fine. Totally fine. All right. Good. All right. Stay like that. I'm saying lame because you want to only do. Oh, well, I mean, it's not that I want to do 6 hours. It's that circumstances have presented themselves. And I mean, I could feasibly just like. I don't want to do a 24-hour stream on a Sunday. That sounds awful. All right, so we're gonna pop these in for an amount of time. How much time was it again? I think 18 minutes. Double check that. Bake the fireball cupcakes for 18 minutes. Okay, so here we go. Open it. Open up. Put it in. Let's begin. All right. 5, 10, 15, 18 minutes. All right, here we go. Baking. So now I'm going to rinse these because we're going to start making the frosting immediately. In fact, hold on. You're the busiest unemployed person I've ever met. Well, you see, I keep busy. There are ways to do this. All right, so we go into the ingredients and we go like this. So the fire cupcakes, we're going to delete all this and then we're going to go like, boom, look, buttercream. And then there's the plus fire part of it because we're going to add the fire. It's going to be fiery. But let's get rid of all this. Rinse this off nice and good. Best we can. Try not to contaminate the frosting with raw dough. That would be not ideal. Go. All right. Okay, so what is the process for the frosting, you may ask? Very good question. Let's find. Oh, hold on. Let me something. So, okay, so large bowl of whipped butter, vegetable shortening, and salt on high until light and fluffy around 7 minutes. Well, that's going to take a while. Okay, so let's take our butter, our cup of butter. Turn this back so I can see the strip game. Go! All right. So 1 cup of butter, 1/4 cup vegetable shortening, which I happen to have. I was like, oh, well, now the vegetable shortening is optional, apparently. But like, have it. It's listed on the thing, so why not? Thing I find interesting is that if you don't add it, it doesn't say to replace it with anything else. So I'm like, okay, seems a little peculiar, but whatever you say. All right, so we got that. 7 minutes feels like a long time, but I mean, you know, whatever. Far be it from me to question the recipe on my first time through making the recipe. Oh God, go. I'm somewhat reminded back when I made the cinnamon muffins, all of the caveats that the actual instructions Had like the comments were like, yeah, this recipe, you need some tender love and care to make it better. I don't know if that's going to be the case with these necessarily, because I looked at the comments and I didn't see any that were like immediately egregious. So I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Get in the thing. Get in the freezer, butter. There you go. That's better. All right. Okay, so we got that. So now we just need the shortening, which we need an amount of 48 grams. This, of course, the shortening lasts seemingly until the cows come home. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. 48. All right. So how much are you? I just put you in. How much are you? 17. All right. So we got a lot more than. All right. 29. 34. 40. 41. Come on. 45. 48. Perfect. All right. So cream cheese and the salt. Hold on. Butter, vegetable shortening, and salt on high until light and fluffy. How much salt we need again? 1/8 of a teaspoon, so not a lot. An amount of salt. I set the 9-inch pans on the counter because I took them out of the way so I could get the cupcake stuff, and then I completely forgot about them. All right, get in there. All right, we can look there. So I'll just kind of scoop it down. Hey, 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 hey. Get there. All right, so now we'll just run it for 7 minutes. Well, guess what you guess you're not cooking? Why are you guys getting food elsewhere? Is that happening? Because if so, congratulations. If you're going to Olive Garden for the never-ending possible, then I think that's the best of both worlds. All right, on high. High it is. Tilt this slightly away. Still like so. We'll be over here for now. Probably 7, 11. So there's like 3 minutes, 11 seconds left on that clock. Timer for okay. Now let's move down the sides. Liam became unable to handle the thought of me cooking. Unable to handle? Like, how? Like, did he turn into the Hulk? Like, what happened with this kid? He was very sad, I see. Well, I guess he can starve. You know. I mean, I don't know what his alternative is that he's thinking will be better, but that's my job to figure out. All right. Well, I guess Doe has to make dinner then. How about that? Or the pizza man could bring a pizza. That's a thing that could happen. I still, put my vote in for Words for Olive Garden. Never any possible. Never a bad one. What would you say the top options are? Inquiring mind wishes to know. Doe wanted to get him the McDonald's Happy Meal at some point because they apparently have cute Halloween buckets. Okay. Speaking of McDonald's Happy Meals, have you tried the adult Happy Meal? I haven't. I think the toys look weird. Probably be more likely to just get normal McDonald's. If I were to get it at all, which I rarely do. I don't get fast food anymore. I swear though, if they make a Jack in the Box around here, I will eat there all the time. It will happen. I guarantee it. The scent of the cupcakes is beginning to uh, engulf the room, which is good. I'm going to check on it real quick. Oh, okay. All right. So the good news is that they have risen well, and they don't appear yet to be exploding and dying. Yet. Yet. We'll see how long that lasts. Also, the creamed butter and vegetable shortening doesn't look terribly different than it did in the first like 2 minutes. So I don't know why 7 minutes is really the length of time to shoot for, but like visually it's giving me vibes of like sour cream, which I know it's not what it will taste like, but it's what kind of what it looks like. So, hold on. Well, oh, so more like four. But like in another 40 seconds or so. Dang, maybe. I could probably just stop it now. You'd probably be fine. You're not fall. That was your dad. Unless it was, I don't know. There we go. All right, we're gonna say that's long enough. Yeah, scriptable. Ooh, ooh. As you can sort of, kind of, not exactly see because this is in the way. Good lord. Get out of the way. Yeah. scoot this over here. All right, so this. All right, let me show you. I'll pull this off so you can see it. Here we have. Look at that. It doesn't taste like anything yet because there's no sugar, but soon it will taste like a lot of things. Some of them sweet, some of them not so sweet. Oh man, get excited about that. All right, so just kind of scrape the bowl. There we go. Okay, step number the next. This really does like have the consistency of sour cream. It's very peculiar. That consistency will change very shortly. Okay. I'm gonna have to take out the cupcakes soon, so those can cool while I finish making the actual frosting. And then heck, maybe I'll be able to actually decorate them on stream. Wouldn't that be a delight? Delight for the senses and the eyes. Eyes being one of the senses, of course. Okay. So let's say that's good for the moment. Put you on here because we're not using you again. All right, so we're supposed to add a half of the powdered sugar, right? Half of the powdered sugar, of course, being 240. So 240 fit in this bowl. Let's find out. I will tell. And no, turn the mic back towards me. There we go. Turn this back towards me too, sort of. All right, so 240. It might fit. Got any bigger bowls? So we got new fancier bowls, I think for Winnie's birthday. Than the plastic ones we were using, but like I kind of like the plastic ones a little bit. For one thing, they're more durable as far as like if you drop them. But also, additionally, on top of that, I feel like they hold more. This bowl feels so small. Feels like a small bowl. I'm gonna leave a little bit of that up. 240, second try. All right. Okay, you can live there for now. All right, so verify. I'm doing it right. Okay, so. Shit. We might have made a mistake. This says use room temperature butter to ensure that you get the fluffiest classic vanilla buttercream. Make sure it's not so warm that it starts to look greasy. Well, oh well. It'll be fine. Okay, so add half the confectioner's sugar, whip up until fluffy, about 2 minutes. Okay, so 2 minutes. Incidentally, it's going to be longer than we have left on that. So let me just move this back over. Do I even have it? I don't. Okay, so we'll delete you. And we'll add a 2 minutes begin. There we go. That's more like it. On the bright side, oh. Ah, yeah, those look done. Look and smell done. Lamb? Additional lamb. Okay, so according to new debit cards, not a fan of switching everything over to the new ones. That's always a good time. Okay, all right. So next we add the vanilla, which thankfully I've got some here that I've wasted. 2 teaspoons. Oh, maybe this is 2 teaspoons. Actually, hold on. Hold on. Let me do some math real quick. Remembering which ones to switch, usually by being told your charges were denied or your accounts just. I mean, there's that. What I do is I look through my budget sheet that I keep on a monthly basis, and I say, okay, that one uses a debit card, that one uses it, that. Okay, and that's usually what I do. But I also maintain my budget in a way that's not, I think, normal for a lot of people necessarily, but works for me. All right, so 2 tablespoons, not tablespoons, teaspoons. This is teaspoons, right? Two, not grams, to milliliters equals. Okay, so I need to use about half of what I got here. That's pretty cool. Almost exactly half. That's nice. Dun, 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 dun. Let's try not to ruin everything, shall we? That is number one. This is number two. There we go. Okay. Put those down. All right. Put this somewhere else. Here. We'll put it here. That'll be good. Okay. Let me grab if I can, without destroying everything on the counter, the wire rack. There we go. See if we can get the cupcakes out. Would be amazing. We could. Oh my God, they're so cute. They're so cute. Some of them are bigger than others. Uh-oh. Okay. They seem to be removing easily, at least from this pan. I hope they're as easy to remove from the other. Oh God, this is the biggest one. The biggest one has adhered the most to the pan. All right. There we go. Yeah, nice. All right. Beautiful. All right, so these ones just comes right out. And we'll put these on the wire rack so they'll cool to room temperature faster. Even though it will I would be very surprised if this doesn't take me another 27 minutes just to finish the frosting, get it piped and stuff. So this pan's a little bit hotter than the other one still. That's pretty cool. I think I actually will definitely need both cooling racks, seems like. Come on, there we go. Go, yeah, a whole nother. Actually, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just have them sitting on the counter. I'm sure it'll be fine. Come on, come on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, some of these muffin tops are very pronounced, but it's fine. It's fine. Totally fine. You can sit here. And you, Emma, go, go, go. You can sit here, and then you, the last one, can sit here, and then we can put these. Okay, it does not burn my fingers. Into the thing. Delicious. Okay, so should move this over here. This over here. That can stay there. Okay, so now put the vanilla, right? Vanilla and half of the heavy cream, about 2 tablespoons. Actually, I might just do it that way anyway. Be easier to do in the smaller amounts. Because how much would it be? It would be like 30, I think, otherwise. Do you think clouds are moving thousands of miles an hour like the rest of us? Relative to what is the question? Because everything in the entire universe is moving at tremendous speeds in relation to like a fixed point in the universe. Like, does that make sense? So, 2 tablespoons. All right, so let's just tablespoon number the first. A1. Tablespoon number the second. Go. And this says to mix this. Go fluffy on medium speed for about 2 minutes. So not high speed this time, it's medium speed. That seems medium to me. I'm going to need more paper towels real soon. Relative to us and the planet, like they move at the same rate as us around space. I mean, by definition, yes, but I think even just relative to the Earth, they probably move pretty quick. Like, I can't imagine them not. Like, if you look, I mean, it depends on the day too, and the wind speeds and all that stuff. But like, if you're looking at the sky, it's like, oh, look at the. I guess actually, I don't know for sure how far away clouds are. So maybe they're not moving as fast. But thousands of miles an hour might be a bit much. But you know, a couple hundred I can definitely see as being a true fact about clouds. All right, so this definitely, you can definitely tell that this doesn't have enough powdered sugar in it yet, but it's going to. It's just kind of hard to imagine clouds moving that fast. Of course, it's hard to imagine it's going that fast at this exact moment. So I guess one thing to mention is that I feel like if you're up in a plane looking at the clouds, it's easier to imagine them moving at that speed. That's just my thoughts. Okay, so then we're going to add another amount of powdered sugar, so might as well get that started. Yeah, I bought another thing of powdered sugar specifically because I knew that this was going to end up being not enough. Ah. Thank you. Okay, so now, oh god, ouch. Scrape the sides. Scrape the sides. Scrape, 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 scrape. Scrape, scrape, scrape. I find it interesting. It's like, oh, add the vanilla and half the cream, but not half the vanilla and half the cream. But yeah, so now, as you can see, let me get a glob of this for you. This is currently what it looks like. Now, one thing we might end up doing, I haven't decided yet. We might be adding red food coloring to this because it, I mean, we'll see once we're at the phase where we add all the other, because, all right, so the fun thing, this here is a base buttercream frosting that the recipe calls for. And then it's like, take that buttercream frosting and then add a bunch of stuff to it to make it Fireball. And I'm like, all right, that sounds like fun. So after we've done that, it's possible that it might be, it's probably, it's not going to be red. I doubt it's going to be red, but it might be kind of a brownish color, which is okay, but we can do better. We can do better. I believe in us. All right. Where did I put the scissors? There they are. Go, come there. So, yeah, we'll open up on this side. Where's a perfectly valid place to open it? Come on. Yeah, and the thing. Thank you. All right. I like to open these bags a very specific way to try to maximize pourability, but also minimize spillability. If that makes any sense. All right, so we need 240. Is that correct? 240. We already did half of it, so yes, another 240. All right, so another 134 on top of what we got in this bowl. Day by day, the urge to replay Undertale grows and grows. If we could do that as a Halloween stream, play Undertale, a 9-hour stream, and go through the whole game again. All right, 200 and oh, it's gone. 233. Come on, 35, 38, yeah, 39. Don't spill off. 240. Perfect. We did it. We're winners. Okay. 241. Much better. Much better. See how much we just took out? Oh man, it's gonna be that much less sweet. Now, granted, we're gonna make it more, because even though, like, when we add the actual alcohol to the base of the frosting, it's gonna thin it out. So that necessitates adding more powdered sugar, and that's part of the recipe. So it's just funny. It's like, oh, too much thin. Nope, not too much. Like so. Now it's starting to look like frosting. Okay, scrape down the bowl again. Repeat the process, alternating between sugar and cream. Then whip for up to 3 more minutes until it's light and airy. Okay. So I'll do this for 2, and then add the cream somewhere between 2 to 5 minutes. Or 3. Another game that I just can't stay interested in. Well, Undertale? So short. Maybe I should just play Final Fantasy XIV forever. I mean, you could do that. Which is mostly a comment on the amount of content that's in the game more than anything else, but it's a lot of content. Like, what I would like to know is how many people out there have gotten every single achievement in the achievement log? Like, it seems unthinkable to me. It seems like it would just take so much time. I cannot fathom people doing it. Granted, the game's been out, what, 10 years? So, I mean, given 10 years, sure, whatever. And this goes back to the thing we're talking about with printing. It's like, yeah, at the beginning it took forever to do stuff, but now, if people want to have any hope of, like, doing something like that and completing literally everything, maybe we should make some of the things take less time? Which I'm not against. I think that's a fine idea. Okay, so another 2 tablespoons of cream. Is the mailman here? I think a mailman might be here. I might be wrong, though. Look at this beautiful frosting. Oh, it's so good. I wonder if it'll be more stable, considering that it is got the vegetable shortening in it. I wonder if that is the secret to buttercream that stays, you know, firm, solid. Who can say? I feel like there's got to be some sort of an additive though. Like if you go to a grocery store and like, oh look, these cupcakes, their frosting looks petrified. Like that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so heavy cream. And one more heavy cream. Bam. Okay. Okay, so hold on. 3 minutes, light and air. Okay, so then that'll be done. So then we will go back to the recipe where we do the buttercream. All right, so make the basic buttercream. And then we're going to mix it with all the other things. God, freaking Lord. Go away. Go away. I'm getting so many spam calls as we lead up to frickin' election season. Annoying and I hate it. All right, we'll have that be the speed at which it goes. We'll do that for 3 minutes and see how it is. Like, I'm seriously getting several of these calls a day. It's obnoxious. And I know that's what it is, because, like, every now and then they'll actually have the balls to leave a message. And I'll be like, you son of a bitch. When did this become acceptable campaign strategy? I do not like or approve of it. Let me grab the beat going. Is this the gel? Is it gel? You're not gel. I think gel is the one that they recommended. These gels? Sorted. Hard to tell. Not good. No, these are just drops. Don't we have gel? I thought we had gel. Oh, maybe I don't. Well, unless you are. Gel food. Okay. But I don't think we have red. I think we only got. We have orange and pink and purple and green. Awesome. Okay. Well, so either don't do it at all, or do it with something different. Maybe I'll just use like a little bit. Also, what's your expiration date? Okay? You? I mean, you're probably fine, but I'm also not gonna. God damn it. All right. Well, they'll just get to taste them and pretend they're red. How about that? There appears to be a person on the either data center who has 97% of achievements and is ranked #1 globally on Lollit achievements. Lao? What? Okay, that is a lot of them for sure. I wonder which ones are the time consuming ones that they haven't gotten around to yet. All right. Do you strive to be that person, Squeaks? Because that could be you. That could be your life. You could go on a journey to get all the achievement. And no one could stop you. Not God, not Satan. No one. 0 people. All right, so let me see here. This says, first of all, let's start this timer again really quick. So light and airy. It looks pretty light and airy to me. I guess we'll call that good. All right. Stop that timer. Stop. Reset. Thank you. All right. And here we have our frosting. Ooh, yes, it's beautiful. So good. Thick. Yes. All right, so now we have this frosting. This frosting is not complete. It is, one might even be able to say, incomplete. Anti-complete. A-complete? There's a lot of prefixes that negate the word that they're doing. Uncomplete? Anyway, they're not done. We need to make it fireball-y. And to that end, we are going to add some things. So I think we just add all the ingredients at once. Hold on, let's see here. Mix with confectioner, sugar, cinnamon, cayenne, and fireball. Yeah, it's literally just add all the things. Let's see. Whip until fluffy, which is an amount of time. Who knows? Who knows how long? Could be. Now it says whip. Should I be using the whisk? The whisk attachment? Sure, that's probably fine. I imagine it's fine. Okay, so need more of this. Need an amount of this. So let's go here and add that, shall we? Is 60 milliliters. Actually, hold on. Add the sugar first. For some reason, my brain says that that's the order it should do. So, zero that out. Then we need a much smaller amount, actually. 90 grams? Okay. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Maybe. Yes. Yeah, 91. God damn it again. Every single time. Seems good. All right, so 90 grams. I could get the spatula out real fast. Scrape you down. Scrape you all around. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hey, 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 hey. Get off the side of the bowl. Thank you. Perfect. All right. Stay there. Add you. Clap. Okay. Add cinnamon. Which is a half teaspoon, which I don't think we've used yet today. We're running low on cinnamon. I'm gonna need to buy more soon. Okay, cinnamon, half teaspoon, clap. Scoot the excess back there. Okay. A pinch. Once again, a pinch. Cayenne. Got our 15th teaspoon real quick so that we can get the smallest amount and then pinch it. Pinch. Go. I mean, that might redden it up some. Don't know how much, but only time will tell. And then for the porter's fire, yes. Zero you out and get 90. No, 60. 60. 60. All right. 60 milliliters. Come on. Oh, 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 okay. 61. It'll have to do. It's fine. All right, get you in there. Mix you up until whip until fluffy. We're doing it. It's happening. Here's the problem. We still have so much booze left. Oh, you know what? I didn't brush the things with the stuff. But I figure, again, since not everyone's super huge on the flavor of these things, if I make the flavor subtler, at least the first time, then, maybe more people there will enjoy it, who might not otherwise. Of course, there's possibly people who go cuckoo for Porter's Fire, who would really, 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 really like it to be that one. Alas, can't make everyone happy, can we? All right, so this is our frosting. Looks so good. Looks amazing. Here did you? Well, I can do this much. Doesn't give me the impression that it's going to be any more firm. So, oh God. Like it definitely has a consistency of frosting that's been mixed, which I guess maybe if we leave it to set, it could change. Okay, so these are actually they feel cool, but thing I said I only got 3 minutes left. I read it was Betty Crocker that recommended having a 30-minute cool off time for cupcakes. Something like that. Sounds legit. Sounds legit. Let's do that. Cinnamon, move over there. Clove over here. Nutmeg goes up there. Put the vegetable shortening back in the cupboard. Here-ish, sure, why not? Like a perfectly great place to put it. Back over here. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna pipe these. These like this actually seems like it might be a little bit challenging to pipe. So I'm just gonna put it on. It'll be fine. It'll be just fine. What else? Okay, so put this back. This can go elsewhere. Did I actually? No. Yes, I did use this. It looks unused. That's weird. Okay, anyway. Did I must have missed it well enough. Who can say? Sin doesn't have a memory. What are you talking about? How could Sin possibly remember anything, ever, at any point in time? Okay, you go here. Who knows? Maybe we'll have another drunk Mario Kart night with Whitty. That'd be pretty fun. Man, man. All right, so these. Okay, let me also get what I'm gonna put these in. Really quick. See, now this is the thing that I tend to put lots of baked goods in when it's going to travel. Normally I have it like this, but lo and behold, if you flip it, hey, can actually house cupcakes. Now the question is, will these stand together? It seems fine. Yeah, that should be fine. All right. Okay, so we're gonna put frosting on these cupcakes until there's no more frosting left. That'll be great. Now the problem is that this only holds 12, so I'm gonna have to bring a second one, which I have. So that won't be a massive problem necessarily, but yeah, it would be nicer if I only had to bring one. Such is life. This is the situation we find ourselves in, and we'll just have to roll with it. Ah. There. Okay. Need to organize these cupboards a little bit. That is an unfortunate number of people with squeaks in their name. Why? Why is it unfortunate? A, why does that surprise you? B, why is it unfortunate? Did you want to be the only one, the one and only squeaks? Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, buddy, but people like the sound of squeaking. So, which I imagine is part of why you picked it. You're like, squeaks is a fun sound slash name. And it goes to show how there are no original thoughts in the world. No matter what we think, everything under the sun has been done, which is sad and unfortunate. But it's fine. Whatever. At least I'm the only squeaks on Gilgamesh. Good on you. Good on you. 10 seconds. Just tell this to shut up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So here we have our buttercream frosting. So let's just get a knife. I already have a knife. I have a knife right here. And our very last paper towel on this roll. All right, so actually, let's get ourselves a spoon and a knife. We'll dollop frosting on to start, and then we'll spread. If this is like way too much frosting for these cupcakes, I'm gonna be like not mad, but I'm gonna be like concerned. It's like, well, what am I gonna do with the rest of this frosting? Right? Okay, this one definitely doesn't have enough. Okay, you get more. You get more right there. We'll make them pretty once we've actually got frosting on all of them. And then try to add more as is necessary. But you see what I mean, right? If I were to pipe this, like look at how not much it's holding its shape. If I were to pipe this, I feel like it'd be like a waste of time. Does that make any sense? I'm just gonna not pipe it, and everything will be fine. Now, the problem, visually, from a social media standpoint, is that these do not have the, oh my god, look how red they are, hue that the ones that I saw in the recipe do. But to be honest, I'm okay with that. Number one, because the ones in the recipe look very, very, very aggressive, aggressively red. But number two, like I would rather not add food coloring and have the overall consistency of the frosting be even more liquid, which like that seems like, oof, man, holy crap. That would be a feat. I'd rather that than have them be, oh, they're red and they look good on social media. Everyone knows that the true matter of food is to be eaten. So if it provides a better eating experience to not, now granted, I am aware that visuals can add a lot to the enjoyment of a food, which is what I'm going to attempt to make this frosting look nicer once it has been spooned all over. This is another one of, oh god. Okay, this is another one of the situations where it's like, which one doesn't have enough? Oh, it kind of looks like this one. Like, just eyeballing it. You know me, I try not to eyeball as much as possible, but, this time, oh boy. There are 3 characters, including me, on Aether Data Center with the first name Squeaks. I see. Okay. And where do you fall on the achievements compared to them? Are you the mightiest Squeaks in the realm? God, that's a lot. Okay. Some of these may have a bit too much. Oh, so this one could use some more. Could use a lot more, actually. Okay, how are we doing? You, for sure. Man, I can smell the booziness, which is good. Like, we want to be able to taste the alcohol. We don't want it to be completely absent. The point is that it tastes like fireball. All right, so, well, porter's fire. Okay, so now we'll take this and we'll just fancy it up a little bit. If we can. If being the operative word. It's a lot of frosting, man. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone likes frosting, right? It's everyone's favorite part of cupcakes. Separates cupcakes from. See, look at that. Look at how cute that is. All right, so we're gonna move this over. We're gonna put this here, and then we're just gonna continue. Now, if in the frosting of these cupcakes, it ends up being that like, oh crap, this one has way too much and this one has way too little. We'll just we'll modify as time goes on. I should realize I should probably tilt this so you can actually see what I'm doing now. Be great. Okay, perfect. I feel like this also is preventing me from the problem that I normally have with cupcakes, which is I feel like I don't put nearly enough frosting on them at all. But this is a mountain, a tower, an inferno, a fiery inferno, a frosting, which I think will improve the overall experience of the cupcake. At least that's what I hope. Because when I pipe it, I just I pipe some on, and it's like, well, this is how much there is. There we go. This one is very lopsided. Hold on, let me just see if we can rectify that a little. Sure, that's good. All right. It works. Okay, now this sucker probably doesn't have enough. Based on for how big it is, it probably doesn't have enough, but it's fine. I got to witness an instance of Dark Rose being the cool higher level player to a newbie yesterday. She was riding around on her behemoth mount, and this level 13 something or other was like, "Whoa, is that a mountain?" I was like, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, it is." Ah, so she got back on it, and I was like, "Whoa!" It's like, yeah, that thing is massive, especially now that we're all Lalafels. Oh, by the way, Squeaks, in case we forgot to mention, Dark Rose and Brandon and I are all now Lalafell. I look identical aside from the fact that I'm now shorter. So there's that. I try to make myself look as human as possible. Like, I've got the smallest ears. I'm as tall as I can be. I made my mouth kind of wider because I thought it looked more like a human mouth than a Lalafell mouth. Try to get the nose to be one of the more human shaped ones. And yeah, not mad about the decision as of yet. Maybe I will be later. But can always change back. I have two Fantasias now, so I went ahead and now that I'm actually in Heaven's Ward, I was like, well, time for the digital collector's edition upgrade. So I paid a little bit to get that, and so now I just have, well, at least start with a Fantasia and I get another one whenever I have a character get to the end of Realm Reborn. But yeah, also came with a Griffin mount and Cecil's Dark Knight helmet and a little tiny Kane Highwind jumper minion. Yes, we are all Lalafell now. We are all now tiny peeps. And the genesis of this idea seemed to come from Bandit because it was like, oh, I kind of like, well, because he's been doing the tank rolls whenever we group up, um, and he's like, I kind of want to be a tiny little tank, and I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. And then Dark Rose was all like, I really want to be tiny. I'm like, all right, well, if you all do it, then I'll do it too. Um, so we're basically kind of waiting on Brandon to decide that he wanted to, and then he did, and so then it happened. So now I'm small. Now I'm small. I'm pretending that my character got cursed. That I was in fact once a human, but I got cursed, which is why I tried to make my person look as human as one could for a Lalafell. Um, what about Nanabi? Nanabi's still there. She still exists. She's still a Lalafell. She was a born and raised Lalafell. Uh, but yeah, never, no curse turned her into anything else. Um, she's gonna. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna change her from being a Lalafell. I could change her into a Cure, but again, I don't really see a need to do that necessarily. Go. We're like half done with these. Hold on. One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two. Almost half done. I mean, you were already pretty tiny. I mean, yeah. Wait, what do you mean? I was already pretty tiny. Like for a Cure? I did pick a shorter Cure, but like wasn't that short. I mean, I don't know. It's not like there were any other humans in our party to like compare to. Like Brandon's character was like a big old chonky boy. I can't remember the name of the race. The one that has all the weird names that are hard to pronounce. Um, and then like Rose's character was one of the Auru, the dragon-ish folk, the ones that you know have the horns and the scales, and she was shorter than me already. So like there was nobody of a human size. It was like we didn't have elves in our party. Elves being taller, but this one's okay. So this the shape of this one's a little concerning to me, but it's whatever. I like how these look. It makes me happy. Still miss your Aura. What happened to her? Did you change her into something else? Or do you just not play her? Because you're busy playing squeaks all the time. I can't remember. Did I mention that I was considering making like a blonde female character, making them a dragoon and naming her Brittany? She'd be Brittany with spears. Get it? It'd be funny. I think it'd be funny. She's sitting on another server. Ah, yes. Moving people over from one server to another is a costly thing, I seem to recall. This one has a lot of frosting. Oh my god. Maybe once I'm done, I'll like compare the varying frosting levels of the cupcake and be like, all right, you need less, you need more. Like none of them have been super obviously, oh my god, there's not enough frosting on this one. But that one there has. In fact, look, I finished, and there's still frosting stuck to the knife. Yeah, whenever I see people wandering around the world with like funny pun names, it makes me happy. Oh my god. Okay, so there was some we were in a dungeon. I can't remember which one. No, wait. It's one of the ones that you have to do Keeper of the Lake. We were doing Keeper of the Lake. And we were in a party and our tank was a paladin, a female paladin that was dressed like Link from Zelda. And the character's name was it was written in a kind of a weird way, but it essentially read as "What if Zelda was a girl?" That was funny. It was so good. It was a really good cosplay too. Um, the weapons glowed with a seeming fire and ice sort of light, but aside from that, like it looked very very Link-like, and I was like, oh, like immediately I was like, this is a Link cosplay. I can tell. So which means you did a good job. If you can immediately tell what someone's supposed to be when you see them, then that means A, you're familiar with the character, but more importantly, B, they did a good job representing him. So, hey, all right, we are getting close. We're getting close to the end of this road. But yeah, I mean, that was the entire concept behind Nanabi, aside from the fact, like, I didn't name her Futaba, obviously, but, like, she was supposed to dress like Futaba. And then I met my fake Final Fantasy XIV sister, who had, like, almost an identical name to me, and then she adopted me, and I feel bad that I've got, like, okay, I don't know if I told this story. So I logged on shortly before I started the new character. I checked my mail, and there was, like, a message from her from, like, 200 and something days ago, or something. Um, which was around the time I stopped playing. But then there was another message from like 40 days ago, being like, "Yeah, still looking forward to when you come back." I'm like, "Oh, I feel so bad." So I wrote back and I sent some chocolate, but I haven't like. I've been playing so much Final Fantasy 14, but I've been playing the other character. I haven't gotten back on Nanabi aside from like one thing, two things. One thing was to check and see whether or not Nanabi got the Fantasia that came with the digital upgrade to Heaven's Ward, but um, also to craft Brandon a fancy schmancy fishing rod uh, that he could use on his grind to level 50 at the time. But yeah, I feel bad. I feel it's like, oh, this person just gonna abandon you after you. But I think poured like a bunch of money into the outfit that she gave me so that we could match because like we're basically our names are very twin-like. Just happened to be. We ran into each other one day in Limsa, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!" And so I can see why she became like so like, "Oh, I want to adopt my little sister." Since again, this is a level 90 character. It's like this player clearly knows what they're doing. Um, but like I don't know, I felt like I was making progress in the wrong areas. And at the time, I was also like afraid to do dungeons on my own without like a real person that I know along with me. Um, so yeah, I ended up not playing a lot. Then I don't know what game I got distracted by. Right, go two more. Oh god. Oh, my hand got in there. Oh no. Just gonna wipe you there. Am I gonna try the rest of this frosting? Probably. Probably am. Dun, 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 dun. So, in a case like this, where I'm making cupcakes and they all have like, and I eyeballed it like normal sane people do, as opposed to doing the rigmarole of exact measurements like I normally do. In a case like this, it makes sense when someone would be like, "Oh, I'll just have a small one," but like, it always befuddles me when I make cheesecake and then I cut the cheesecake into like sixteenths or something. It's like, "Oh, I'll just have a small one." It's like, this is as small as it gets. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, cut this piece in half, like, lengthwise? Like, that's weird. All right, we're almost done. I realize I shifted. I shifted and I was not doing things on camera. Go me. That's showmanship for you. That's the sin guarantee of entertainment that you've come to expect. So, go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. They kind of look like little mushrooms, right? They don't look like fire. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I almost feel like sprinkling some paprika so that they'll be redder. But no, I won't do that. So you go in here. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna eat the rest of this frosting all by myself. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We, I mean me. Yes. Okay. So take this. I'm gonna place like 12 of them. I'm gonna place 12 of them here, and then I'm going to take a picture, and then I'm going to come on, get. Oh my God. Why are you not fitting? What's the problem? You were fitting before. Okay, this one fits. Some of these are. Oh God. Let me guess. Let me guess. It's the ones that baked in the like the three that ended up baking. No, maybe it just hates me. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. All right. Well. Okay. So here's what we'll do instead. We'll do it the normal way. We'll do it this way, and it'll be fine, right? So they'll slide around a little bit, maybe, possibly, probably, maybe, hopefully not too much. It'll be okay. I'm not going to worry about it. But I will also try to have the smallest ones be here so that the bigger ones can be the one that has more space between them all. If that's even a thing that's possible. You know, I can just separate them. I just have 9 on each. Oh my God. Holy mackerel. Why did I just think of this? Oh my God. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything is okay. Okay. Like so, like so. And we'll put you here. Hand scoot you over. There we go. All right. Thing we can't have it be all the way to the edges because we need it like it's not how it fits in the thing, right? So go like so, just for now, just for now, for the picture, for the picture. You know, this should be fine. This arrangement right here in this moment looks perfect. Never change. All right. Picture. Do. Again, they don't look fireball-y, but you know, I can scan it out of the way. All right. Take it from here. We'll take it from here. We'll take it from here. There we go. All right, perfect. Good enough for government work. We did a stream, everybody. We did it. All right, so let me put this in here and see what happens when I do. Let me move some stuff out of the way real fast. Okay, there. Okay. Oh God. Okay. All right, so this needs to, yeah, this needs to go in. Definitely needs to go in. Basically, it needs to not be hanging over the lip, right? So let's make that happen, shall we? If we can. Okay, so I'm gonna grab you carefully, place you in here gently, gently, please, gently. Go. Perfect, almost. All right. We got that one. We'll just do that with the other one. Everything will be fine. Oh my glob, you're still alive. Yeah, I'm still here. We just finished the frosting process. I think it's just that I still can't separate any of my characters from the story. At least when I play through the story. Like as far as, oh, this character is such and such. Because such and such. Like, is that, I think it's very clear what I'm saying. Okay, please don't be a dick. Please don't touch the, oh my God. So remarkably close. They're not too tall. One of them may slightly be brushing up against the bottom, but it's fine. It's fine. These people are going to be drunk. It's going to be fine. Really liked Ginu's narrative. I don't remember what that was. Was she the one where like, oh, I'm in a group with other warriors of light. Blah 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 blah. Is that damn pets? Pets in their hair. Well, I mean, when doing RP, I can't imagine them not being a warrior of light. Ah, I see. You know what? You know what I think would be great? You know what I think would be great? I think it would be great to pretend that your character isn't a warrior of light, and that every time they see the crystal, it's like some sort of hallucination. Like they're not actually seeing Crystal Mommy, right? At all. Like that's not happening. They're just having a hallucination. But at the same time, they also just happen to be really good at killing stuff. Um, and maybe they've got some sort of weird natural immunity that's not the Echo. But like everything they see, they're just crazy. They're just a crazy person. Not actual word of light. Boom, solved your problem. Uh, no, did that? Yes, pretty much. My headcanon. There's more than one way. I mean, and that makes sense. And yes, I understand the reasoning behind it. And I also understand why, from a cutscene standpoint, they only refer to a warrior of light because you are the character in the story. It's not like, unfortunately, there's no official multiplayer version of this game's story and cutscenes, as it were. So, like, that's another thing. Where did I put the lid? Here's the lid. Oh. All right, everyone, congratulations. We have made cupcakes. They are here. It's fantastic. Huzzah, we're winners. People will look at these and be like, wow. Well, they'll say wow pansexual because that's my hash name, but they'll be like, wow, those look great. Let me put one in my mouth. And I'll like, I would love to put one in your mouth. You know what I mean? Because that's how we talk to each other. Yeah, so that's it. We did a thing. We did a thing, everyone. Go us. Yep, just retcon it to include all the other people in my little chat. Yes, that's kind of what I've been doing with Dark Rose. I always admit, like, even though the cutscene only shows us, if there's anybody else in the cutscene, I just replace her in my head with them, or them in my head with her. So, anyway, though I suppose I could just have a whole tro. I did not taste any yet. I'm saving them for the crew, and then we can find out what it tastes like. Just have a whole trove of characters I just say are together and play with my. You could play with yourself, Squeaks. You could do that. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna be eating these tomorrow anyway, so I figure it's not a big. Oh. I'm like, there are people in our backyard. Who are the people? I think they're the landscapers that we talked about before. I hope they're the landscapers. Everything's locked. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I see the truck. The truck's there. It's them. Okay, everything's fine. Um, yeah. All right, let's see who's streaming. There's motion at my front door, but they did not ring yet. So let's see here. Okay, so once again, current plan. Also, by the way, no K-bye. I have something to say to you specifically. So apparently, it is going to be well. Okay, Rose, if I were to do a 12-hour stream on Friday and be done around 10:30, would that be too late to like crash at your place? Because apparently the whole thing that I'm doing with going up north to help with the moving and whatnot, that would be easier for Michelle to take me if I'm like in your neck of the woods. So Would that be acceptable? Or you're like, I want you to come over sooner. It's like, I understand you want me to come over sooner, but is it okay if I do it? Because it'd be cooler to have a 12-hour stream than have like a 6-hour one. Should be fine. Excellent. Sweet. Okay, so Friday, 12-hour stream. It's on. Um, and then I'll probably, I mean, I don't know how late things are going to be going on Saturday, but I imagine I'll just come back and, we can Final Fantasy after that. But yeah, it'll be great. So for now, let's see here. Okay. RPG Limit Break is going on right now. Interesting. But nobody that I'm, what's the word, sub to is currently on. So then it's exciting. Which is also weird. Very rarely, like anymore at least, very rarely. There's nobody that I follow streaming. Huh. It's peculiar. Alright, well, sure, let's raid them. I don't know what'll happen. I hope they have their notifications off. But yeah, so Friday, look forward to that. It's gonna start early, 10:30, I think, probably. If I can pick up the game early enough. I really need to set up the. I need to make sure that I have things set up for streaming over here. Anyway, but yeah, that is the plan. If the plan goes awry, that's just life. But anyway, let me just move this up here so you can see my beautiful face. Hey, there's my beautiful face. Okay, so raid RPG limit break because speed running. Yes, now okay, bye. All right. I'll see you on the I'll definitely we'll see. Because Whitney's probably gonna be home in like half an hour. So that's some time to play the game. But anyway, all right. Yeah, speedruns are cool. RPGs are cool. Charity is cool. I don't even know what they're supporting. Hold on, let's open this up. Supporting NAMI. Don't remember what that is, but it's an acronym. What are they even playing right now? Where's the game? I don't know. We'll send you there anyway, regardless. All right, look. Doodle-doo. Sweet action. All right. Okay, so shoobity bop dop dop dop. Okay, so yeah, as always, thank you for being here, and thank you for being hearing sounds outside. Like what the crap. Thank you for being here, keeping me company, chatting it up, just being lovely human beings that enrich my life. I hope you all have wonderful, fantastic, delicious, amazing food until we meet again on Friday. And I love and appreciate all your various faces. So until next time, take care and bye bye.